because it's behind, now there's our character out the back. And then if we have him come to the side and out to the front, so it actually looks like he's moving in 3D space in a sense, even though he's in a 2D space. Okay, what I want now is I don't want the character to be able to move straight through the building from top to bottom. So what I'm going to do is take this graphic here, and I want to line it up in between the roof here and here. So I'm going to shrink this using these controls here. I'm going to make it wider, not too wide. What my thought process here is I want this character to be able to come and move around the side here, move up to here, come behind the building there, but I don't want the character to be able to go straight through the building. So that's why I set up this shape like this is here. And what we're going to do is make it so that this player character here can't move through this block here. Okay, so how are we going to do that? We're going to do that through code, or programming, I should say. I'm going to click on the new scene event. I'm going to click here. I'm clicking here for the purpose of getting this blue outline because I want to make another condition. So I'm going to click add a new empty event, or the button for add a new empty event. When you want something to happen continually in Gdevelop, you can do that by not setting a condition, and Gdevelop will constantly look to make whatever you want to happen. So I'm choosing to not set a condition. I'm going to add action, and then I'm going to go to common action for all objects, and then I'm going to go to position. And one of the ways you can make something an obstacle for another object is by selecting this separate two objects. Now the order is important here that you select. There's going to be two selections here. What you want is your player character. If you're setting things up for your player character to not be able to move something, you want that player character, or whatever is movable, you want to still be movable, to be the top object. Whatever is not going to move, you want to be the bottom object. So I'm going to click here, and then I'm going to select block. I'm then going to click OK. Okay, so with this code set up, our player should not be able to move through that block. So let's click the preview button. So now when we move our player, oh, look at that. It's interesting. So our player, everything looks good as far as the top down. Not quite. Need to adjust that block. Okay, so let's go to new scene. I'll click here. And I want to make it so the player can definitely get behind the building. I'm going to go to the new scene events, and for this, let's make this 210. Let's try a preview again. Interesting. So I have things right where this looks good here. So we want the player to be visible here. I definitely don't like how the player's flashing there. So go back to new scene. Bring this down. Something like that. Let's try again. Okay, there we go. The player's in front. The player can go to the side, see how his arm is covered up. I want him to be from the top to be able to go so his head is totally behind the building. So we'll click here. Try to preview again. He comes out from the side and that looks good. Okay, so we want this building to have a similar thing here, similar setup here. And by the way, the reason why you can't see this, if you're like, why is this disappearing? The code is making this disappear. I'm going to right click for now on this copy. I'm going to right click here and select paste. And I did that. I copied and pasted mainly to get a similar size. And now I'm just setting this in a similar position to this block here. Then I'm going to click the preview button. So everything's working here as well as here. Good. Okay, so let's make it so that you absolutely can't see these block graphics. Or if you were in another setup where you wanted them to be, I don't know, they were like sticking out to the side somewhat so that you don't see these when the scene starts. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to New Events. We're going to click so we see this blue outline around both of these blocks here, because remember that's important as far as setting up the new condition. So I'm going to click on our add a new empty event. I should say new event, not condition. So for the condition, we're going to go to scene. We're going to select at the beginning of the scene. We're then going to select OK. Then we're going to go to add action. We're going to go to common action for all objects. We're going to select visibility. Then we're going to select hide. So now Gdevelop is like, what do you want to hide? Hide the specified object. We're going to select block. So then we're going to click OK. Now we're going to click preview. And our blocks were already hidden before, but if they were sticking out the side, this would definitely make sure that our blocks would be hidden. Okay, in this Zdepth, the setup we have here, this will be used for, like you see, where we have a character with top-down movement and you want the character to seem like it has some kind of 3D depth to it. This also would be useful if you were doing like a beat-em-up game, like a Final Fight type of game where your character was moving from a upper position and then moving down, and the character started being behind the character, and then by the time it got below the character, needed to be in front of the character. Okay guys, that's it for the tutorial. For those of you who liked videos on this channel, share this video with your friends. Give this video a thumbs up. And for those of you who are new to this channel, if you like the videos on this channel, you would like to see more, please subscribe, and thank you for viewing.